What's up, guys? It's Dragonfly Mike77. Today I'm going to be showing you the Kaloud Aeolis. I've had this hose for probably about a year now, and I feel like I should have probably reviewed it before that. But as usual, excellent packaging from Kaloud, nice hard cardboard box, and then when you open it, you have a nice presentation of what you bought. And then also the inspirational quote that comes, I think, with every single one of their products. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. Audrey Hepburn. Now, as I said, nice presentation. You have your accessories and then you have your hose. Now, this has a special feature to it where the hose handle will rotate for you. So it moves with you as you're smoking. As you can see, I kind of dinged it up a little bit because this is very, very heavy. And that can be a pro or a con for you depending on what you prefer. I wish it was a little lighter because I don't want to nick this up. This is actually a really nice, expensive hose, and nicking it up is kind of a bummer. And then when it comes to the construction of it, it is built very, very well. I have no issues that this is going to fail on me anytime soon. It is a hose, so besides silicone hoses do wear out over time, but I really don't see that happening with this hose. It has a nylon sheath to it, which is very, very nice, with a plastic tube inside. This is 100% fully washable. Even the handle, in their videos themselves, they show that the handle goes into the sink and running water goes all over it. You probably wouldn't want to necessarily like submerge this underwater, but running water over it is no big issue. Now, one of the first things I noticed with this hose when I was washing it was that I wish the handle was removable. And it wasn't too big of a deal, but I felt like it was a quality of life change that would be relatively simple because of how this has an adapter to it. So you can use it with other hookahs where it just snaps in, which is excellent the way that snaps in. It's really, really satisfying. And I figured that they would be able to do the exact same thing with the hose handle. And turns out, after talking to people, they actually do have a version 2 of this hose with a removable handle. Now, everything on this is exactly the same. You get the adapter and the mouth tip with it, except the handle is completely removable, which makes washing this just so much easier. I can now use a scrubby brush on the inside of this and I can get this handle really, really clean. I also feel that I'm not going to ding it up as much because some of the dings happened when I was actually trying to. The only time this was cumbersome was when I was cleaning it. All right, so I mentioned the weight, and the weight of this is incredibly heavy. And I actually would like to see it be a little lighter. I've noticed that I've dropped it a couple of times, and that's where I've gotten some of the dings on the rotating sleeve right here, which I cannot remove. So I can't really replace that. It's gonna get dinged up, and that's something where I would like to see it just a little lighter. Another change that I would like to see is this is a Cyrus color. That's what it is on their website. And then this Lotus, the Lotus 3 stainless steel, is also a Cyrus, but they're very different in color. And I would like to see, and I'm not sure why that is, the part where the hose unscrews is a little closer, but the change in color is a little different, little interesting. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if just the materials are different so they don't show the same colors or what it is with that. I would like to see more options for these hoses as well. I would like to see these handles be sold separately. I think that would be really, really nice to be able to just buy the handles with it. And if you have a blue Lotus or a blue hookah, you can end up getting a blue handle because they already have a blue Lotus. So really nice to see them expand on colors. But again, that's more of aesthetic. When it comes to functionality on this, these are the nicest hoses on the market. And I know that is a personal opinion. You may take it with a grain of salt, but this is an actual hookah hose. This is not just a silicone hose with a carbon fiber tube or a stainless steel tube or something like that. This is reminiscent of the old hoses that a lot of us used to use back in the day, except it's got a couple nice new features to it. Now, when it comes to compatibility with other hookahs, I do have a retrofit, and it does work in there. I have to use one of these little grommets in there, but if you had to use grommets back in the day with hoses anyway, and it does fit in there very, very well. I don't really use it that much with my little trash-made alien hookah that I have because it is very heavy and that's a lighter hookah. It also was originally designed for the Kaloud Aeolis and Ethereal, their hookahs, and their Monarch as well, and it just snaps right in there just like that. But you can use it with other hookahs. When it comes to the draw, how it actually smokes, it's a very open draw to it. I haven't noticed any sort of restriction to it whatsoever. In fact, I bet the gauge on this is a little wider than most of my other silicone hoses. So there's no issue when it comes to the draw. As I said, nice and open, excellent draw on it. All right, before I finish up the video, the other thing I would like to cover isn't necessarily about the quality of the hose or anything like that. It's more so of when I ordered my second one. Now, I had talked to people about the removable handle, and they actually were like, hey, my Aeolis has a removable handle. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. They must have a version 1 and a version 2. Now, when I went to order this one, there is no difference on the website between the 1 and the 2 on it. And so I ordered one and I got it in and the handle was not removable. So I emailed them and said, hey, I'm a little curious on what's going on. And they were very accommodating. It was an easy fix and I got a shipping label and I was able to get version 2. I would really like to see a difference on the website. So when you're ordering it, maybe you don't want a removable handle, maybe you do. And having the option to get one or the other would be really nice, because I've ordered 2 now that didn't have a removable handle, but on their pictures, they do have a removable handle. So that's something that I would like to see changed. Other than that, these are my favorite hoses right now. They're actual hookah hoses. They remind me of the old school hoses that we used to use, but much higher quality. And these are the nicest ones on the market by far. But I think that's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.